Welcome back to Honest Game Perspectives, a show where we play games, talk about what's good, what's bad, see if it's worth your money, or more importantly, worth your time. And today, we're talking about Scum. So Scum got its 1.0 full release on the 17th of this month. So I was all excited to get back into my Scum days and really see if this game had fixed all the issues I knew it had in the past, and see if this new and improved full release was ready to take on the juggernauts in the franchise or in the genre like DayZ and Rust. So I loaded in, I logged onto the game, and to say I was disappointed would be an understatement. Now, I've played Scum off and on for years, and every time I come back to it, I always had the same thought. This really could be the best one. This had felt like it had the most potential. It was more graphically appealing than DayZ, and it was more fun and enjoyable than Rust. It really felt like it was a game that, if it was done correctly, could really dethrone the juggernauts in the series. And what was even cooler about it is I had played this game for years and it still wasn't even at its full release. So when they announced the full release of this game, I was like, oh boy, here we go. I've played hundreds of hours of this game, hundreds and thousands of hours of DayZ and Rust. This is really going to be the one that takes over. And so I loaded it onto my computer on the 17th. I was ready to play, and the problems were still there. Now, the biggest problem when it comes to Scum, which has always been the biggest issue, is that it never felt optimized for average PCs. Sure, you could play this game on lower settings, but the whole appeal about this game was how good it looked. And all the trailers and all the gameplay footage that you would see of this game, it truly would look like one of the better looking games of any era that it came out, whether it was 5 years ago or whether it was today. It always looked like it could compete with the modern games that were getting released. However, when you actually tried to play it, no matter what your computer was, unless you had the top of top end computer, you were definitely going to have to lower the settings. And if you wanted to stream this game, forget about it. There was no way you could get decent graphics while getting a good frame rate while trying to stream it. And because of that reason, I really think that's why Scum started to slide down people's radar. Because Rust, for a period of time, was the backdrop of most just chatting streamers, or even on YouTube. There were moments where Rust's gameplay was just kind of in the background. So that game was getting exposure. And DayZ had big moments as well, where it seemed like some of the bigger Twitch streamers or just people in general who make content were playing DayZ. But Scum, it just never had that moment to shine. And I really do think a lot of it had to do with how poorly it was ran on the average computer. Then you have the servers. They're all over the place. Some of them are full, some of them are small, some of them have nobody in them, some of them are dead, some of them have cheaters in them. None of them feel welcoming, especially for new players. And that's the saddest thing about Scum, is that it always had the best potential of a game, but it just didn't seem like it had a lot of the outside of the actual gameplay stuff under control. The optimization, the servers, the community, it just didn't feel like it was really in a state where it was going to be able to compete with the real juggernauts of the franchise, although it had all the bones there to do so. Scum had the best shot of them all, but potential means nothing if it's never realized. And I know we're just talking about a video game, but it truly does